We're at a disadvantage with the stupidest voters, which is the Democratic Party's base.
You say Democrats have gone from demagoguing white trash voters with claims that Republicans are the party of blacks to demagoguing black voters, telling them the Republican Party is the party of racists. But so with the mob mentality, then you can take two contradictory positions with disparate groups in order just to generate momentum to, I guess, more government in their case.
Right, more power. They get power. They don't care what happens to the country. I mean, look at the Medicare debate, if you can call it that right now. You have Republicans trying to come up with plans to save a bankrupt program, which was always going to go bankrupt. Its inventors knew it was a Ponzi scheme and it would go bankrupt, but ha ha ha, they'd be gone by then after winning elections. So now it's going bankrupt and you have Republicans trying to come up with this way or that way. How are we going to phase this out slowly, replace it with something better, replace it with something that isn't a Ponzi scheme? And all you get from the Democrats are commercials with Congressman Ryan wheeling an old lady out of her wheelchair into a lake.
You know, it goes to, I guess, a larger question. Are conservatives then perennially at a disadvantage because liberals will always emotionally demagogue an issue, whether it is civil rights or whether it is health care? I mean, how can you have a valid debate on Medicare when your opponent is saying you're literally going to kill grandma, where your opponent is calling you a murderer for mildly altering an entitlement system? Are conservatives, we just always at a disadvantage because we want to engage in analysis, and they want to engage in pure demagoguery?
We're at a disadvantage with the stupidest voters, which is the Democratic Party's base. They want, you know, soccer moms, felons, illegal immigrants, preferably who don't speak English. They want the most easily led, perpetually alarmed voters. They are part of the French Revolution, the Rousseauian tradition of appealing to people with images, not with words. That's what Rousseau said. Appeal to the heart, not the head. Don't use words. And that's them. We are the tradition of the American Revolution, a revolution that was accomplished through constant town hall meetings, Christian sermons, all these erudite Christian sermons. You have Thomas Paine's Common Sense. It was a very intellectual revolution, particularly because, as with the Medicare debate, it sounds like a silly comparison, but you had to persuade people why it was worth separating from the British. It wasn't that bad a thing being a British colony. And by the way, our founders admitted that the British didn't have the worst government system. Even the British King, it's not the worst government in the world. But we think we can do better without you. And here are our arguments. Our founding moments is, you know, it's 4th of July. It's the release of the Declaration of Independence, a carefully argued argument for why we should have separation from the British. What's the French Revolution founding moment? Storming a nearly empty prison based on a rumor to start beheading guards and putting their heads on pike. It would be as if this country celebrated the LA riots. It was just mayhem, violence, slaughter. That is the liberal tradition.